Welcome to King of the Planet 13, brought to you by Exodus eSports. We're here with Oxidian versus Eladia. This is the match 4. We have had a change now. Oxidian is our new king, and this is more about Eladia saving his reputation. This is a best out of 5 event, as you may notice. The loser chooses the map, so therefore we do here see Pepperoni 15 by Eladia. I am AndreasG, and I'm joined here by the amazing, the beautiful, the outstanding Alpha.
This map though. Okay, let's just have a quick look at this cat face. You know, I think Eladia lost the King of the Planet because we don't have any cat facts. He didn't present any cat facts.
This map though, I did see an earlier version of this map, and it was Rip Oxide. So he's taken the time to remove Rip Oxide and replace it with Rip Eladia.
Yeah, so that's a good change.
So players spawning in on these points though, so they're gonna fight over the well, what is this? A house and the trees and a hospital car.
I think it's Eladia's house and a hospital car. And
is that Eladia?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Oxy has like a twin. It's like a twin, and like they're carrying Oxy away because he screwed up. He's no king.
Nah, I think that's us two. Definitely us two.
We're carrying the king away. Yeah, that'd be funny. Anyways, we're starting, so take it away, Andreas.
Yeah, we see the former king, Eladia, spawning in light blue, opening vehicle. On the other side, our new mighty, all hail the king, Oxidian, spawning in the same brown, as always, opening bots.
Yeah, new king.
It's weird to say, huh?
And we have to get used to the commander too, because that 2 boots is looking pretty sweet. I was always pretty scared of Eladia's Nemicus commander. Like whenever I saw that commander in rank, I was like, oh shit, this isn't Eladia, right? But I guess I'll have to take. This is watch out for the 2 boots.
It looks like something has hit his head and it's flat.
Yeah, it smacked Eladia with his head.
Jokes aside though, can you take us through the opening, sir?
Yeah, so it's quite funny because we finally have a really different opening. One going bots, which is Oxide Ion. The new king is opening up bots. I think it's a good choice, and Eladia is going vehicles, and I'm not sure how it's gonna pay off. But
look at that queue though. Queued up 6 vehicle factories.
Are we gonna see a drop?
I think so, or a teleporter, because I can't see those vehicle units like tanks and stuff are gonna do anything here if they're gonna walk around.
But then again, like you need air to get something done, like a drop or something like it. And
the queue's changed up. I think it's gonna go for mass here. I did indeed see a game where he played on this map earlier, where he got up tier to ear, had massive amounts of fabbers, and just rolled those what are they called? These artillery air units into his opponent's base.
I have no idea.
It's a unit that's usually not used, but it have quite some amazing range there, and if used correctly, can be absolutely terrifying. Hornets, that's the name I'm looking for.
I'm not sure that's gonna pay off, but I do know that air dominance is crucial on this map because you have this huge separation going on. So the only way to go with your units is like Oxy does, like going around the back, or a teleporter somewhere. But yeah, you need air dominance to get at least a tele up.
Yeah, but this goes both ways. Yeah, your opponent has quite some walking distance to get to your base, but you can also be cut off from the outside world if your opponent get control over these choke points.
Yeah, and Oxy's doing very well on the economy game. So much metal compared to Eladia.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's insane. Expansion of Oxy just keeps on. It's like a virus. Like you don't watch it for a minute, and you scout it back, and suddenly there's metal extractors everywhere.
And there's a huge difference there, because Eladia, he's wasting in energy, but Oxidian is balancing it a bit more. I see he has some small struggles there and is crashing a bit, but he hasn't at least used too much metal on getting too much energy too soon.
Okay, but Aladea isn't seeing this scout, and it's giving valuable intel to. Oh, he now sees it, and it's gonna get shut down.
We do not get a repetition from last tournament, do we?
No. But it looks like it's actually some pretty good intel, because Oxy knew from that scout that Aladea already has 2 air factories, and so that means he's behind. He's gonna get behind in air.
Yeah, if we take a look at what Oxidian has scouted, we see he has actually seen all the factories that's built. And he knows there's 3 air factories and 2 tank factories.
Yeah, and I think that's really important on this map, because air downs is crucial to get to the other side.
If we look at this though, Oxidian with 2 factories, 3rd on the way, meanwhile Eladia is going much more heavy air. And as we see, this is a huge map, and that air is going to get around a lot and fast as well. So I think it's actually a strong choice by Eladia to go that heavy air.
Yeah, I think that the start with tanks is also good, because you can't do much really with those ducks.
Yeah, there's really 2 aspects of that. First of all, the Doxus can't approach. Second of all, you have the Fabbers who have a better efficiency, and they use they have a better use of energy.
Yeah. But then again, like you see, Oxy, his T2 timing is on point, and oh, okay, some orbital. That's pretty neat. Unfortunately, I don't think the system has any asteroids, right?
There's no asteroids, I think, no. Unless you've changed anything.
I don't think so. So that means that it's probably gonna go orbital Fabbers, and build a Telly on the other side. But Oxy has T2 up.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's a bad choice. Yeah, orbital would be neat later in the game, but what he needs right now is tier 2 eco, especially energy.
I also think like T2 Fabbers are really good for getting up production really quick.
Absolutely.
Like you can smack down T1 factories like a madman, or like those air factories. But you can get up air dominance really quick.
Yeah, just first advanced energy plant is up soon, and after that he's going to move over to metal, I guess.
We see air brawl, and definitely Aladea right now has the air dominance, and Oxy has been scouting Aladea base, so he knows about the orbital.
I wonder if he's gonna make an effort to try and counter it, like make a orbital factory himself, or if it's just gonna completely ignore it. And we do see the counter orbital launcher. What is this? Is this 1v1?
Yeah, and also what I mentioned, like just look at him going. He's smacking those T1 air factories like within 5 seconds. Then it's really quickly.
And meanwhile, we see the Zeus rush from Eladia.
Okay, I didn't saw that one coming.
Wow, 10% through. This is big. Can he just walk right in there and kill that commander?
He can.
He actually can.
He can, if he just keeps up the air production.
And that Zeus is going up fast. I don't think Oxidian is prepared for this.
I don't think so either. He hasn't scouted it right now. He doesn't know about, but he does know the Fabber is building something. Like
and what's his guess? Like, what can a orbital Fabber build? It's anchors, but then he would have seen it. He can build teleporters and Titans. So,
but it wouldn't take that long.
That's a fair point. There comes the Avenger, but that blueprint is down and it can be finished.
Okay, this is important. We see a T2 factory, T2F factory going up for Oxy, and I think if he gets the air dominance, then he can defend very well against that Zeus. And
Oxidian with 11 air factories.
Yeah, and Eladia is building air fabbers. He's like, I need the economy. I need the economy getting going.
Wow. So it's all down to whether these fighters can defend this Zeus, and it doesn't look like they can at the moment. It looks like Oxidian has gathered together the superior air force.
Yeah, but
and then
again,
that Zeus is going to be
Like a
Nothing.
Zeus alone is pretty weak, but its shots are lethal, and if you manage to have some fights along with it, then you'd have to wait for the Zeus to get in your base, target the ground, and then your fighters can do damage without actually taking that much damage. So
Yeah, but it's still a gamble.
yeah, this is gonna be a very scrappy game with that Zeus, and the Zeus is up. And
Oh, just look at the amount of fighters though from Oxidine.
yeah, but they get one shot, right?
I think we're gonna see a Zeus being butchered here. To be honest,
It's gonna be interesting.
it's gonna be painful. Oh,
no,
confrontation has started.
retreat,
No,
retreat. This isn't good. Retreat. Get
you
him to the
can't
Zeus.
lose those fighters there. No,
There
no.
comes the Zeus.
And
oh, he lost all the
You,
fighters.
you gotta patrol over it, Oxidine. Nah,
Yeah,
he's
this-
scared.
Yeah, but this is what I mean. You have to get in, wait till it gets into the base, and then you can start attacking it. But Aladea knows this isn't working, because as soon as that Zeus actually is in the base, it's gonna get shut down.
This
Very
actually
quickly.
shows, though, that Oxidine is not prepared for strats like this. If he'd encountered this before, he would probably send his fighters to patrol the area around the Zeus, so every shot from the Zeus don't take out too many fighters, and they would wreck that Zeus, but he never did that.
Yeah. So what is she gonna do?
Oh, is he going
This
to be
is
taken
important.
down there?
No, he
just
needs
stays
to
away.
put his fighters along with that Zeus.
Oh, here we come. Alright.
This is so
Oh, this is exciting.
This is sick. Just look at that Zeus. It's
And
not
it's
doing that much
going
damage
down.
actually.
It's going down.
And it's dead. It's a huge loss.
Wow.
It's a huge loss for Aladea.
And Aladia still don't have the tier 2 eco.
Okay, so let's just like he just lost that Zeus, so that's a big bummer. He doesn't have air dominance, which at the beginning of the game we both said that's really important to get something done on this map.
Absolutely.
And so what do you think Aladea should be doing right now?
He's doing one of the things he should be doing. He's expanding like crazy with those air fevers he got up, so he's actually head in metal, but still the problem is that his tier 2 is non-existent. He needs to get up that tier 2 eco, then he can actually start to compete with Oxidine in producing units and all
you're
that
right.
stuff.
And in the meantime, Oxy, being the cheeky player he is, he's like, oh,
Ooh.
I've got air dominance, so I'm gonna build myself a Zeus.
And if we analyze what went wrong for Eldia, it was the lack of fighters to support that Zeus. If we do now look at what Oxidine has prepared for Eldia here, it's quite the opposite. Oh, let's counter a Zeus with a Zeus.
This is gonna get ugly. Oh, and oh my god, he can just fly over the base, to be honest. He can be like, oh, I'll just check the whole base and see what you have.
Yeah, at this point with the eco, with the amount of fighters, it doesn't really matter.
Elday needs to turn on his factories, they're idle for quite a while. This is sloppy.
But he's crashing big time in terms of energy, and I think that's one of the areas where we see the lack of tier 2, really. Those tier 2 fighters is not only faster, they're also more energy efficient.
Yeah,
And together with that, they can get up the advanced energy plants, which gives you 5,000 energy each.
I think Elday is a bit panicking, because he's like, I need energy, so he's building energy at unprotected. Like, he can't protect those spots, so... If Oxy sees this, he'll just take out those energy plants, and Elday's gonna crash again on energy. God, this blob.
I think we actually got the first raiding party moving in on the base here from Oxidine.
So what will the turrets do?
It's a good question.
I'm really curious how this is gonna... I think
it's gonna defend.
yeah, it's gonna hold off.
That wall suck up a lot of the damage. That's why you usually see these one walls in front of the turrets, because automatically those tanks, they will focus down that wall because it's the closer thing to them. So the only way to get around that is to actually micro them and click on the turret.
Okay, so we have two important things to watch out. This air confrontation that is gonna happen, and in the meantime, Oxy has this death ball rolling in.
I think this is the end of Eladia. Is it
former
though?
king. He's gonna get
He
slayed by the
needs some good
Zeus
Zeus
brawl.
shots.
Oh.
What? Zeus getting eaten up here.
Bye bye Zeus. We see a
Q2. Is that?
That's the new GG, I guess.
So it's not GG. It's not good game. It's not BB. Bad game. No BG. What? It's QQ.
I can't believe you just said that. Yeah, Alade is screwed. He's gonna take out the commander. He just has to. Is he gonna reclaim it? Is he reclaiming the Zeus?
Yeah, he is. He is.
That's so funny. And that's GG. Commander goes down.
There we go. 4-0 to Oxidine, or New King. That was convincing, though.
That was really convincing.
So I thought that Eladia now, where the pressure is off, I thought he could relax more and play more naturally. But I feel like this was act of desperation, rather.
From Eladia?
Yeah, with the Zeus and trying to moving it in and stuff.
I think this is honestly the worst airplay I've ever seen. I'm sorry, Eladia, but this was so scrappy. Like the first confrontation, he just moved his air in. But let's go back to Chronocam and let's check it. The first air confrontation when you had that Zeus up. So the Zeus is getting built. Let's check it. So
1050.
Okay, yeah. So at 1050, and you see that air army isn't along with the Zeus, and I think that's a big mistake because you need to protect that Zeus with those fighters, and he's not doing it. So yeah, like at 1060, you just bring him in, and those fighters are getting slaughtered.
Yeah, as you said, if he brings those fighters back of the Zeus, then the Zeus can tank the damage, take the shots, then the fighters move in and they shoot unloaded fighters and take some favorable confrontations there. Yeah, the Zeus is going to get down on health, but it's going to survive.
Yeah, exactly, and then he would have taken out all that air of Oxy, maybe, and it would have gone through and would have won it, but he just... It's so scrappy. That's terrible play with air. I mean, don't leave a Zeus alone. You just put your air close to the Zeus and try to get the Zeus shots at the opponent's air.
And I'm surprised that he made this Zeus rush kind of all in. He could have secured the tier 2, secured a backup plan, but he just went all for the Zeus. Like if he'd gone for the tier 2 meanwhile, his Zeus would maybe be delayed by 20 seconds, but it wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Yeah. That Zeus didn't do that much.
Shoots like a couple of fighters here and there, and that's about it.
Yeah. It's really poor. Yeah, I expected more from that but I think it just shows that he's just not practiced in the game. Just rusty.
Yeah, I'm afraid you're right.
Like the big difference between Lade and Oxy too, like the expansion of Oxy was really good. Like he didn't have any FFs, like only 1 or 2, and the rest he did by ground.
Yeah, but he really relied heavily on this tier 2 EK, so didn't really have to get too much out of his base. He had what he needed close to him, and that was what he had to get the major air force and with that win.
Yeah, exactly.
So a big question now is we're going to see a total humiliation by Oxidine, a 5-0 victory.
If I was Eladia, I'd be crying right now. I'd be like, can we please stop King of the Planet? I don't want to play anymore.
Yeah, one thing is to get humiliated with your mom, right? Another thing is to get humiliated on a stream with plenty of viewers.
Yes. I mean, if I'd be hiding myself if I was playing that kind of air game, like Eladia just did.
Yeah, I'm just glad this wasn't a deciding match.
Poor man, just got raped. He got raped, I think.
Watch your language, Alpha. We got kids watching, right?
No, that's right.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I just gotta say it's a beautiful looking map, just beautiful artwork. And it shows that Eladia knows more than just playing PA.
Yeah, exactly. It was just better.
Yeah, my
It's just
favorite
way
must
better.
be this tree. It looks absolutely stunning.
Wait, where?
Next to the house.
I remember watching the stream and he built it, and I was like, "What on earth is gonna? Should that be like? Huh? I have no idea." But now it's a tree, and now okay. I guess you have to have a bit of imagination to to see a tree in there.
What? Don't you see it? It's trees and bushes. Come on.
No, I don't really see it.
Quite obvious.
A fitting map though, fitting map for this fitting game.
Amazing. And there was a sun there as well. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, to be honest, I just want to continue on and see the Lost game.
Yeah, we did. There isn't really much to talk about. This game just
I
played.
I feel a bit drained from words here, as Oxidine just steals the whole cake, right?
Yeah, he's just such a greedy man. Greedy man. So I'm just curious. Are you gonna challenge Oxy?
We'll see.
We'll see. You want to be the king of the planet?
I think no one wants to be humiliated 5-0. So
I don't think so. But let's be honest. Eladia did it how many times to other challenges? Like 3.
I don't even want to look that up, to be honest. It's just crazy.
Like if we remember the games against Jakes, like that wasn't fun to watch.
It's just brutal.
It was brutal. And if we look at the games at Battle Bear, what I remember, that was brutal too. Like Eladia was well prepared, and Battle Bear wasn't.
So your point is that he kind of gets his own fister back in his face.
Yeah, basically,
It's
like
a fair point.
That's what Oxy just gave him a beating. He just gave him a beating for all that, for all the trolls he has given.
Yeah, that's a fair point.